Hello and welcome to one of our trips. Today the subject is about these gas boxes with propane and butane. Tor Arne,
Yep.
do you ever bring these ones to your trips?
Yeah. Normally, I bring way too many of them. I don't want to, be in the wilderness without any gas. So I tend to have a lot of half-empty gas boxes
Yeah,
at home.
I think so. I think that a lot of people do, and it's quite common to bring too many boxes. This one is from a brand called Primus, and it's one of the brands we usually use.
Yeah.
And we've tried kind of a semi-scientific project here now. So the mission was to kind of discover how much gas is in these boxes and how many meals can the gas cover.
Yeah. How long does it last, right?
How long does it last?
Yeah.
That is our mission. So there are a lot of variables here, a lot, and we try to minimize them as much as possible, but it's not possible to remove all of them. One is temperature. We have wind condition, humidity, and also altitude. And what I actually did is we fired up this in my garage back home. So these ones, they were on for hours, and we measured the temperature, and we measured the time on a certain effect. And the thing about effect is that when you burn this gas, after a while the effect is reduced, and that is because of differences in pressure within the box. Usually when you cook, how much effect do you use? Do you use like maximum or?
Oh, maximum.
Maximum, yeah.
If I'm boiling water, I do maximum.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna use a pan or something, I have to reduce the effects.
Yeah.
Of course. But normally I don't think about that. I just go maximum on the water and see how long it lasts.
Yeah. And like this now, we don't have maximum effect now. Also because it would be a bit disturbing for the sound. But boiling water, you can go maximum. But when you make like eggs and bacon, as we just did, you cannot have full effects. So what we did, we turned this regulator on a certain level for all the different boxes. And I think that the time for burning was much longer than I had predicted. So you want to check out the numbers?
Yeah, really excited to see. I don't know the answers, so yeah.
Yeah, okay. So obviously we have enough gas to make some coffee. And Tor Arne, you made your first cup of coffee, so now I'm just looking forward to it. It's my turn. It's great coffee, by the way.
This kind of coffee gear here, the coffee dripper, is it has actually transformed my way of drinking coffee when I'm outside. Yeah, it's a whole new world.
But you don't ground your beans, the coffee beans yourself yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's the next level.
That's the next level.
Okay, so we brought this common field equipment to our trip today, which we always do, of course.
Yeah.
No, we don't. And we kind of want to give an impression of the results. So here you have 3 different sizes of the gas boxes. We call this one the small. This is of course medium, and this one, which is connected to the MSR pocket rocket, is the large one. And as you can see, the different size and in the amount of gas contained. So if we start at the small one, this one weighs full around 204 grams. That is with the plastic lid on top. And empty, it weighs in 104 grams, and there is 100 grams of gas in this. When we used a certain effect on the gas burner, which was suitable for egg and bacon.
In your garage?
In my garage, we managed to burn for 1 hour and 57 seconds.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. 1 hour and 57 minutes.
Minutes.
Yes, so almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So just let's talk about this result, because if you check the burner, I observed that the first hour, the effect was quite similar all the time, but after 1 hour, maybe 1 hour and 20 minutes, the effect was significantly decreasing.
Okay.
So, I mean, the effect isn't the same the whole time, and that is because the reduction in pressure within the box. And we observed the same tendencies in the other boxes as well. The medium box, this one weighs in about 385 grams. Empty, it's 150 grams, and there is 230 grams of gas inside the box. And the burn time was almost 2 hours. 3 hours, no, excuse me, it's almost 4 hours. It's 3 hours and 55 minutes. So it's like double. And then we have the large box here, which is quite heavy. So you really want to check if you need this one for your trip. It weighs in at 645 grams. Empty, it is 195 grams, so still empty, it's quite heavy. But it contains 450 grams of gas. The burn time is 7 hours and 35 minutes in my garage.
In your garage.
So the conditions was 10 degrees Celsius and no wind, a bit wind, but not so much. I don't think it had so much to say.
No.
And 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so now we know the minutes.
Yeah.
But what do we need to know why? What do we need to know afterwards? That is, how much time do we spend on a meal?
Yeah.
So you made your coffee, we made eggs and bacon.
Yeah.
Did you notice how much time we spent?
No, I was enjoying myself, so I didn't check the time at all, actually.
And
Give me the numbers.
Give you the numbers. What we did, we tried to, well, what I did in my garage again, I tried to measure the time I need to make a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. And I like to have eggs and bacon for breakfast when I'm on some of my trips. And I used the stopwatch to measure, and it was around 8 minutes. So 8 minutes for eggs and bacon. And then I thought, okay, what about lunch and dinner? Well, for lunch, I would like to eat some dry meal. We have some Norwegian products, which are really tasty. And also for dinner sometimes, if I go lightweight. But I also need a cup of coffee or some tea or cake or something, hot water with chocolate. And what I found out is those meals are also 8 minutes. So
how much water?
And yeah, good point. The amount of water for 1 bag of dry meal and 1 cup of coffee is 6.55 deciliter. And I used the conversion on my iPhone, and I found that is about 21 ounces with water, or 43 tablespoons with water. But I think we can stick with ounces. Yeah, but we like the metric system even better. So, and that means if we just use the gas burner to make these 3 meals, and we believe that 8 minutes is sufficient for every meal, that would say that 24 minutes with these boxes is sufficient for 1 day with meals.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, this means that you need 24 minutes to have meals for 1 day.
Yeah,
24 minutes of burning time with these gases in your garage.
according to our numbers, yes.
Of course.
Yes, and I mean, this we can discuss this forever. How many minutes we need to make one meal, or maybe you want to have a bigger dinner, maybe you want to have a snack. Some people, they like to have a coffee before they go to bed, and so on. But
The point is still there, I think. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
so, in order to make some conclusion here, we had to kind of figure out, okay, how much burn time do we get from these boxes and the other ones, and how many minutes do we need for burning per day. And what we found was that if we say that 24 minutes is enough for 3 meals for 1 day, then these little the smallest box will actually last for 5 days. And
Yeah.
I think it's a bit hard to believe, but that's like in pure minutes. And because of the reduction in effect after some time, we kind of shaved 20% off our results. So we landed on 4 days use for this one. But of course, if it's colder, you will use more gas. If you're higher up, the altitude is higher, you will need more gas. And if it's windy and you have a bad burner and so on, you have to take all these factors into account.
Yeah.
But strictly, this one may last for 4 days. And the medium box, when we shave off the 20%, this one can last for 8 days. But I mean, before this little project, I always if I go for a weekend trip, I bring 2 of these.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and that's actually enough for 16 days.
Yeah.
So I won't do that anymore as long as it is full. Yeah. And the last one, which is this big one here, 645 grams, guys, might last for 14 days. So that's like 2 weeks if you burn a bit careful.
Yeah. So on our trips that normally last for 2, 3, 4 days,
Yeah.
we actually never need this one.
No, you don't.
If we want to pack lightweight.
Yeah.
I can see that when I'm on trips with groups, students and stuff, they tend to always bring this.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's because, you know, they're afraid of running out of gas. But this little experiment has shown us that that won't happen, I think.
No.
So, say if you go on a 2-day trip, this one is enough. And if you want to be completely sure, no matter the weather, this one will definitely do. And
That will be.
it's, well, almost half the weight.
Yeah. So this
Of
one
this
is 385 grams, and that's not so much. So you can think, if you really want to save, if you really want to save weight, this is the pocket rocket, as I mentioned earlier, and I mean, it doesn't take up so much space, and it's not very heavy.
No.
And you have a little, like a aluminium kettle or a titanium kettle or something, and that will be like you can go for a 4-day trip with only this. Yeah. And you need the food and clothes and your sleeping bag as well, of course. But yeah, so it's enough.
Even though this project has its weaknesses, I think it's still really good. We're not scientists after all, so the number can, to a certain extent, be used. It's valid and reliable, and I kind of think it's useful for the regular man, actually. You know, guys, this thing, it's a must-buy.
It's steel or aluminium?
Steel.
Steel, okay. So we won't break.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Only hand wash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you need stainless steel to handle this strong coffee.
Yeah.
This is not for kids.
No, not
Nope.
for kids.
Not for kids.